Hello everyone, welcome to ITV. My name is Wendy Khan, and joining me in the studios today is two wonderful artists that's joining me here, and their names are Jolly Mukerjee and Mahalaxmi Iyer. I'd like to welcome both of you to ITV.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I have to say, I am huge fans of both of your music, and we're going to talk about one of the events that's going to take place here on October 11th at the Queen's Colden Center, and I know it's going to be a dynamic show, and I'm sure you are very excited about this show.
We are so much excited that we can't just wait for 11 to come so soon.
I know. You did your first show titled Tribute to R.D. Burman, right? It's all about R.D. Burman songs. And I know you did your very first show on Saturday, August 9th in New Jersey.
Yeah.
How would you say the audience was? What was their reaction after seeing you for so many years, both of you, in fact?
I think Mahalaxmi, you should say.
The audience, I think they came expecting something and they went home completely satisfied because we took them down memory lane. It was nostalgia time all over for them, and from the reviews that we've got, they enjoyed every song, every the music that played, which the legend had created. We've recreated that on stage with the musicians from India who are touring with us. So all in all, I'd say the audience went back completely very happy.
Now, is this the first time both of you are performing live on stage together on a tour like this?
Yeah, because, it was like, let me say that, when I conceived this whole idea of paying tribute to the legend R.D. Burman, because it's been 20 years that he's passed and he's no more with us. And what I realized that, be it realities shows or be it television or radio stations or anywhere, it's been average 75% of R.D. Burman always for the last 20 years that's going on. And I thought that this year being his 75th anniversary, so there cannot be a better time for me to do a show which is totally based on R.D. Burman. And that's the time I definitely needed a great singer to match Lata Mangeshkar's songs and Ashaji's song. And I feel Mahalaxmi is a very talented and a good singer. And she was very kind enough to say yes, because she has been never doing exactly like a retro show. But she loved it because she's also grown up with this kind of songs. And that's how this whole thing is the first time that we are performing together.
Well, I actually think you made a wonderful choice because she's a phenomenal singer. And of course, taking everyone back in time to the years we're talking about, songs from the 70s, 80s, R.D. Burman time, maybe 60s we're talking about, right? Yeah. All the way back into the 60s. You just have the entire audience reminiscing, going back in time, remembering the days of the late R.D. Burman. And that's something great because you don't see many shows like that. You have a lot of singers that's coming, they're performing on tours, but it's all modern songs. And there's no one just bringing back the classic tunes, on these shows. So sure. I think it's a great show, and I'm highly encouraging everyone to come on out on October 11th at the Queen's Colden Center. Now, often we have an audience that would associate a song with a film and the actor, but they know nothing about the artist behind it. And today you're going to learn a little bit more about Mr. Jolly Mukerjee and Mahalaxmi Iyer. So we're going to talk a little bit about their background. Let's start with Mr. Mukerjee. I know for a fact that you are an accomplished singer. You possess so many great talent, and also known as the king of strings, right? So I want to know a little bit about your background, how it all began for you. Did you come from a musical family?
Well, not really. As a musical family, you mean my father was never a professional musician, but he was a great musician himself. But as a hobby, he was an engineer in railways. And it so happened that my brother-in-law used to play guitar with R.D. Burman and the harmonica, which is played in Sholay, all are with his playing. And R.D. Burman knew me from the age of 10.
Wow.
And he has been my subconscious hero and guru and whatever you can say. That whatever, I was mesmerized by the kind of songs that used to make, and right from the childhood I've been there and I've seen that. And then I started back with him way back in '78 as a backing vocalist. And my first song was with Rafi Saab, Mohammed Rafi.
I believe it was a Qawwali, right?
Yeah, this was a Qawwali, and Mohammed Rafi Saab and Bhupinder Singh was there, and I was the 11th chorus singer, backing singer. That's how I started there. And my whole journey of music from there, I was learning every day, which I still do. I'm still learning myself. And that's how it all came over here.
Now, I understand that you started as a backup singer for commercials, and also you did introductions for airlines, and one of them was British Airways, I believe.
Well, actually, it all started in a different. This is a little miscommunicated in the internet. It's like I was looking for a job. I was doing nothing. I was a vagabond, and I was offered a trainee's job in British Airways.
Okay.
And I was selected for that. And that's the time in India, our then Prime Minister, late Indira Gandhi, had lost. And that's the time, it took time. And it so happened that there was a movie called Shalimar going on.
Okay.
And the background score of that, and I was watching it. And Panchamda, like R.D. Burman, comes and, he used to always twitch my cheek like this and, hey, how are you? And I just stopped him and I said, Panchamda, if you give me a chance, I can sing like this backing vocalist was singing. So he was stunned. I've never asked him, and he asked my brother-in-law. He says, what is he saying? He said, yeah, he's musical. He's learned the violin. He can play the guitar, and he's musical. So that's how he gave me a chance, and he made me a member of the Backing Vocalists Association. And that's how everything started in my life.
So R.D. Burman was the one who had the greatest influence over you at that time, and of course he was the one who inspired you the
Till today,
most.
not that time. It's only R.D. Burman, subconsciously, whatever music I do, it's somehow or the other, I relate to his music.
Okay. Which I think is great because he was a phenomenal music director of all time, and his songs today is still very popular. And no matter where you go, you're still, people still featuring all those songs, and a lot of these modern singers are singing some of these songs, but of course with a little bit modern twist to it. You
Yeah,
know?
of course.
And what was the experience like working with Mohammed Rafi back then? I know you were, you did the playback singing for him with the Qawwali, but have you ever dealt with him on a one-on-one? And
yeah.
what kind of experience was that?
Oh yeah, I mean, see, the thing is that when I was very lucky enough to know everybody because being with R.D. Burman from that small age, everybody knew me that I'm a part of that family.
Okay.
And Rafi Saab also, because I had the opportunity to be with him for maybe 2 years, because after that he passed off. So the 2 years that I was there, he was very, and he used to always consider me as a child. To be very
Okay.
frank. So I used to do, and whenever I used to meet him in the recording studios, he used to call me inside and share his toast or some biscuits with the tea that he's having. And he was a very soft-spoken personality and a great singer. I mean, it's like I used to get fascinated the way he used to sing. That I was singing as a group and listening to him, and he used to always laugh and sing like this, and used to reach the third octave so easily. So there was something great, and I've been very lucky to be close to Rafi Saab and Kishore Kumar and Manna Dey, Hemanda also.
These are all legendary singers.
Lata
you're very
Mangeshkar,
fortunate.
Asha Bhosle, everybody. But I didn't have the chance to sing with Mukerjee because he expired before I came into the industry.
Right.
But I have sung backing vocals with everybody.
Wow.
Right from Ravi Shankar ji to O.P. Nair to C. Ramchandra and Lakshmikant, Pyarelal, R.D. Burman, Kalyanji.
Well, I also know that Lakshmikant Pyarelal is also someone that made a difference. And you've worked with him.
In fact,
yes, that's one of your gurus as well.
Lakshmikant is always tease R.D. Burman, telling that what you say that Jolly is your prodigy. I have given him the first song.
Oh, really?
So Dayavan, the film with Vinod Khanna and Madhuri Dixit and Firoz Khan, the music was Lakshmikant Pyarelal, and that was my first song as a playback singer.
Wow. That's interesting. Now, you've sung also with Asha Bhosle, Lata Mangeshkar, but out of all the female singer that you've sung with, who's your favorite?
Very difficult, no?
I know it is. It's
I
a
can
tough
say
question.
who is your favorite media person? I can say Wendy Khan.
Ooh, I kind of like that. Would you mind repeating that again?
Wendy Khan. Yeah, it's very difficult to say. Well, do you like caramel custard or do you like ice cream? It's very difficult.
It's a tough decision, yes.
So there was Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle. They were the two names. They were. You can't say which is good, right? I think I'm blessed to I have sung with them. I can say that both are excellent singers. I mean, par excellence. We can't think of their caliber. It's difficult to say who is good.
It was a great experience,
Yeah,
you
of
know.
course.
But you've also sang in many different languages as well. How
Yeah.
many other different languages have you sung?
Well, we have, in fact, Mahalaxmi also. You can ask the same question to her.
I know
We
she's
have-
done
we have also,
quite a bit.
Learned a lot by singing commercials and jingles in our country, you know. So, and where I used to have the main master language in Hindi and have it dubbed into all Indian languages of a product to sell a product for 30 seconds, right?
Right.
If it's a toothpaste
Okay.
or a soap, which goes in family, right? A very important one there and says Life Boy. Life Boy is a jingle, which is very popular. And I remember singing it for 22 years in most of the language, possibly 12 languages.
Wow. And you've also sung in Bengali.
Oh yeah, I am a Bengali.
Oh, you are. Yes, that's right. How can we forget that?
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of the Bengali fans that's watching this interview right now. And why don't you sing a little piece?
Of
for
course.
us?
Shall I speak in Bengali for
Sure, why not?
নমস্কার, আমি জলি মুখার্জি বলছি আমাদের বাঙালি শ্রোতাদের জন্য। এই শোটা খুবই ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট, কেননা আর.ডি. বর্মন আমাদের সবার প্রিয় পঞ্চমদা, তার ৭৫ বছরের সেলিব্রেশন। আর আমি চাইবো যাতে সাপোর্ট অফ বেঙ্গলি কমিউনিটি যেন এটা আসে, আপনারা সবাই আসবেন। আই উইল সিং ওয়ান সং অফ পঞ্চমদা ইন বেঙ্গলি। মনে পড়ে রুবি রায় কবিতায় তোমাকে, একদিন কত করে ডেকেছি, আজ হায় রুবি রায় ডেকে বলো আমাকে, তোমাকে কোথায় যেন দেখেছি। The Hindi one is मेरी भीगी भीगी सी पलकों पे रह के, जैसे मेरे सपने बिखर के, जले मन तेरा भी किसी के मिलन को, अनामिका तू भीतर से। So please come. Remember, 11th of October at the Colden Center. I'll be waiting for you.
You have got such a sweet voice, you know that? You don't even need the music in the background. It's just perfect just the way it is. So I highly recommend you folks, you've got to come out on October 11th. Mr. Jolly Mukerjee and Mahalaxmi Iyer will be there. And speaking about the princess, she's right here, and I have a few questions for you as well. And I understand that you come from a musical background. You made your debut back in 1997 as a new artist, and of course, you sang for TV serials, films, you did jingles as well, and original albums. So tell us a little bit about your challenge back in 1997 when you debuted.
Well, I used to sing even as a child. I'm told in the family that I used to sing even as a 8-year-old, a 7-year-old. So I think it was just, it was natural, it was very gradual that I slowly but surely got into, I took singing as my profession. In school and college I had learnt a lot of music, and I got a few opportunities while in college to sing for a few commercials. And the journey started, and it's been a great journey so far.
Well, you're best known for your Hindi and Tamil songs,
Right.
but I know you've sung in many different languages.
Yes.
Now, I know that's very challenging, singing in different languages, but as how you've sung in these languages, does that mean that you also understand the language itself?
I take an effort to understand the language. When I write down the song, I try to get the nuance of the song, what it's trying to convey. And if it's a romantic song, there's not really much to know because it's a love song at the end of the day. But if it's not, then I take an effort to learn, to understand what the song is saying. I can speak a few languages. I've sung in many, many languages. So it's a challenge, but it's I think I have a flair for learning new languages. So it's always exciting when a new language is offered, a song in a new language is offered to me.
I know that you've worked with a lot of different composers, A.R. Rahman, Anu Malik, and many, many more. Yeah. But out of all of the composers that you've worked with, which one of them had similarities to your taste of music?
I won't say similarities because everybody has their own style and everybody has a certain, what they're known for. So I have had great times working with all of them. I mean, practically from A.R. Rahman and Vishal Shekhar to Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Pritam. I feel I have a great rapport with Shankar Ehsaan Loy because we all began our careers almost at the same time, almost I'd say. And so it's been, they're not just music directors who I've worked with, they're colleagues and friends. So I share a good camaraderie with them. So I think whatever songs I've sung for them are my best songs. So they probably, you could say, bring out the best in me.
Well, you've sung many songs for Yash Raj films, yes. And I know the late Yash Chopra, he was one romantic director, I would say. But what was it like working with them on the sets? I mean, you're talking about music for films like Doom 2, Salam Namaste, Fana, etc. Tell us what the experience was like.
It's fantastic. When you're associated with a banner like that, automatically you get part of the fame that they get. All these films that you've mentioned have some of my best songs. And singing a romantic song under the banner of Yash Raj Films is a dream come true because it's picturized so beautifully that it lives on forever and ever. So some of my best romantic songs are for that banner, like Bolna Halke or the song from Fana. It's a cute song. It's in fact it's a child, a song with a child, Chanda Chamke.
Can you sing a little piece of it?
Chanda chamke cham cham cheekhe chaukanna chor, चीटी चाटी चीनी चटोरी चीनी खोर, कितना मुश्किल है गाना जरा गा के दिखाना, चंदा चीनी चमके चाटे चौखन्ना चीखे जोर. It's a tongue tangler, the whole song. Chanda chamke
But you do it so well.
Thank you so much.
I actually saw the film. I enjoyed that film, and all the songs in that film was really amazing.
Thank you.
Well, R.D. Burman was, he was a phenomenal music director. And I know you never had the opportunity of working with him, but you know of his music. And if you had a chance to work with R.D. Burman today, and you were to sing one of the songs from his albums that he has done in the past, which one of the albums you would have chosen?
Not a
and
good
which
question.
Song, particular
Not
song?
a good question.
Not a good question, right?
To someone who's
so many great songs,
I'm
I know.
a rabid fan of Panchamda, R.D. Burman. He was fondly called Panchamda. So many songs. So it is just difficult to pick one from them. I'd say that's why probably when Jolida created the concept and brought it to me, I jumped at the idea because these were the songs that I've grown listening to, and unfortunately I never met the man or worked with him, but idolized him, and just getting the opportunity to sing these songs on stage is in itself, an honor.
Now, this particular show, a tribute to R.D. Burman. This is a U.S. and Canada tour. Is this the first time, both of you, Jolly and you, Mahalaxmi, this is the first time you're on a tour together?
Yes, on a tour together, yes. On the stage, first time together. We've done a lot of songs for recordings, of course. But yes, we're sharing the stage for the first time. And I
see
can
you
tell you
have
it's
the
very
chemistry
exciting.
there.
Yes.
And I know for a fact that the people who's coming out to this show, they're definitely going to enjoy it because both of you are fantastic singers. And, you know, you've sung many songs from hit Bollywood films, and who wouldn't want to listen to all the classic tunes that you have in store for us? Are you going to be singing songs from films like Hum Kisi Se Kam Nahi
Yeah.
or Sholay?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What else should we expect from you on this tour?
Well, you should expect all the best cream. I mean, it had been very tough for us to select because we have about
I
50
know.
songs, 50 plus songs which we'll be rendering, and plus a few unplugged kind of stuff, you know, for Mahalakshmi and myself. So we might go up to 60
And these
songs
50
maybe.
songs have been whittled down from about 200. So
Or more.
Or more. We had a list
must
of
have been
200,
difficult,
and then
just choosing
it became
narrow.
100, and then finally we had to pick up 50.
Right,
too.
right. But on this specific tour, you also have two other singers joining you, and they're from Saregama singing competition. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, they are very talented singers, and we always wanted somebody because it's not to have a subject like R.D. Burman, where we need singers, different singers, like Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle for definitely. We have Rafi Saab, we have Kishore Kumar songs, we have Bhupender Singh songs, we have Manade
Usha
songs, and you know,
Usha Uttup.
Usha Uttup, and so many. So we must have a certain backup singers
Right.
for a different voice to break the monotony. Otherwise, you know, she will sing Asha ji and Lata ji and Usha Uttup and everything. I will sing Rafi Saab and R.D. Burman, and you know, it becomes a little boring. And these were the two kids who are very good, and they have made themselves known into the Saregama. And Bishak Jyoti and Shreyoshi were coming with us.
Well, as time moved on, and of course we know as time moved on, people change, time change, music changes in the industry, right? I mean, music have changed tremendously going back to the years of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. How do you feel about the music today? I mean, I know these singers that's coming on the show is going to bring, something a little different, but how do you feel about the music itself during this modern era?
Well, the singers which I named, they're going to be there in the show. They're definitely going to act or add up the same melodies or the same songs. It's not that because they're a new singer, they're going to sing new songs.
Okay.
They're going to, everybody, this whole show is going to be of R.D. Burman.
Okay.
But how does a young boy who has possibly grown and singing
In the
a song in
song,
the early 70s, like Vishak will be singing that song, ek ajnabi hasina se यूं मुलाकात हो गई फिर क्या हुआ ये न पूछो कुछ ऐसी बात हो गई. So now it's interesting to see how a young singer picks up a song which is sung by Kishore Kumar. Or maybe a young girl like Shreyoshi will sing something like Asha Bhosle or Usha Uttup. That's something very interesting. And today's music, I would say, it's a different kind of music, and which I feel everybody enjoys. So there has to be something good about it. And as I would say that if the whole music could be churned out in a better way, in the sense having little lyrical values, where our whole Indian movie, history of Indian movie, if you see, it is more of a love tale. A hero and a heroine, they are in love. Suddenly, they meet up and there's a clash and the whole book falls on the thing and they pick it up and their fathers are two enemies and there's a villain and, and there are songs related to every emotion and everything happening to India. Like a boy or a child born, we have a song. Then a child growing up has a song. Then a child going to the college has a song. Then a girl getting engaged has a song. Getting married has a song. When she's going away from the father's house to something, there's everybody's crying, there's a song again. They die, there is a song again. So India is full of songs.
Yes.
So now, if a movie that relates till today, the older ones, I would say, it was because every song has been linked with the situation of the personality, and the situation and the lyrics is to haunt everybody. And if, like for example, if I sing a song of, say, Rafi Saab, for example, or say Rafi Saab song, for example, Chand mera dil, chandni ho tum, chand se hai dur, chandni kaha. So everybody is going to relate that, oh, I think I would have said the same thing to my beloved this way. That's the lyric which played out. And that was the difference. That is the difference between that song and this song, which I feel. Today it's like they're entertaining. Everybody's foot tapping. So it doesn't mean that, if they're saying, for example, like, "Toone mari entry yaar dil mein baji ghanti yaar dum 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 dum." If this is there, if they call this foot tapping, I would say, "Samundar mein naha ke aur bhi namkeen ho gayi ho. और लगा है प्यार का वो रंग, और लगा है प्यार का वो रंग के रंगीन हो गई हो." This is also foot tapping.
You can continue singing. I'm enjoying every moment of this, by the way.
No, I'm just giving you this.
Yes.
This is what it is. I mean, so like today's music is good because it has to be good. Otherwise, why people are loving it?
Absolutely.
But I would feel that the relation of filmmaking and songs in a film has reduced. That's why the importance of lyric is not very much
Right.
than it was there in last time.
True. That's very true.
They are very popular. Like for example, Jandu Bam is a very popular number, isn't it? I love the song, but I wouldn't relate to the lyrics, right? How can Jandu Bam be? Has nothing to do with it, right? But if I say Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas, you love it, right?
Of course.
Why? Because it means something like that.
Of course.
Even if you don't understand the language, you will say that it can't be somebody is abusing you. He's talking of love.
Of course.
That's what the whole thing is. That's what I mean.
So let me ask you something. Both of you, have you ever been to the Caribbean to perform at any live shows? And if so, when was the last time you've been to the Caribbean?
I love going to Caribbean.
Yes?
I love them. And I love the food doubles.
Oh my gosh. Isn't it a little too spicy for you?
I love it. I love the people around because they're so happy and so nice. The only thing that I love is having a big music. They're all doing like this. And they're all fun-loving. And they love the concerts even if they don't understand. And I remember, I've been performing in Trinidad for at least 5 times in my career. But the last time I went was quite, about 4 or 5 years back.
Okay. What was the experience like?
Oh, great. Good. Yeah. And I remember that I tried singing one song, one of my favorite Rafi Saab song. Suhani raat dhal chuki, na jaane tum kab aaoge. Mahalaxmi, I had to sing this song 5 times.
I believe
love
that.
the people. Everybody
I
knows
believe
the
that.
lyrics.
Yes.
Everybody knows the lyrics. Like, I forgot. This fun guy is having tears. Sorry. He did that. And I said, "Oh, apni mastiyan luta." That's how it is.
Oh, yes.
We would love to. And I'm sure Caribbean, if we can get an opportunity there, this show, it can't go wrong. They will love the song.
Of course.
Like, "Ye
they
jo
love-
mohabbat hai, ye unka hai kaam." All this kind of song.
I'm loving every moment of this interview. And yes, the Caribbean people, they love all these classic tunes. What about you, Mahalaxmi?
In fact, I had the opportunity of going to Trinidad for my first performance about 4-5 months ago.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah,
remember.
and
You told me.
yes, and I went, and I also had the opportunity of singing on stage with the local stars of chutney music there,
Okay.
the soca stars, and some very famous international artists. So it was a very different kind of experience. But that was the first time I've ever performed
And
in the
that was in
Caribbean.
Trinidad.
That was in Trinidad.
Have you ever been to Guyana?
No, my first performance in the
Even me
Caribbean.
have not been to
Never
In
been.
West Indies, no.
Oh, the Guyanese people, they're definitely in tune with the culture. They love the music as well. And you really have to hit the Caribbean sometime soon because
We're coming.
this is the kind
We're
of
coming.
music that the West Indies, they love this type of music. going back to the days of Muhammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, Mukesh.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, like you mentioned, when I was there, I did a lot of radio shows, interviews, and I noticed that amidst all the songs that they were playing, my songs, they would intersperse it with a lot of old yesteryear melodies.
Of course.
Like you said, Kishore Kumar and Muhammad Rafi, and people would hear it on the radio, and it's wonderful too. That's the reason we are here. I mean,
we would love to be there in the Caribbean because I know that they love music. They love good music.
Absolutely.
They love old songs. Definitely, they love it.
Now, this tribute to R.D. Burman, this is a tour that's also going to Canada, I believe, right?
yeah.
How many shows are you doing in Canada?
So far, 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the areas in Canada?
The places you mean? Calgary, Edmonton, that side, and Toronto.
And Toronto. Right. So this New York show is going to take place on October 11th at
That's
the
right.
Queen's Colden Center. And we're expecting a huge turnout, and we're highly encouraging everyone to call the number on our screen for ticket information. And also remember, you cannot miss this opportunity of seeing the multi-talented Jolly Mukerjee. I don't even know how you keep up with everything. You play music, you sing music, you're also an arranger, music arranger. How do you keep up with everything?
Because because I know nothing, and I just do it just for the fun of
Because
it.
it's the passion. You have
Yeah,
the
I just do
passion
it.
for music.
I do it. Everyone says, "Oh, it's okay. It's brilliant." I say, "Oh, you like it?" Then I avoid. They shouldn't ask me a few questions because I really don't know much.
No? Oh my God! You could have fooled me with
I
that.
can
one.
just do like, for example, R.D. Burman. I love. It's an instinct which I love. I don't like Hariharan, my very close friend. Like,
Okay.
he's all his ghazals for the last 21 years. I have done. He gave me the chance to arrange his music. Hazit to Hazit too. Right? The only non-classical album which Zakir Hussain played was for us. Right? So he tells me, "Jolly, you're going to spoil your voice. Don't do this." Because R.D. Burman has a special songs, right? Where in Dhoom 2 also I had to sing that way with
Yes, you
Mahalaxmi
had to do
Iyer,
it with Mahalaxmi.
So it was like, he has, no? I can do it easily,
Oh wow!
right? So it's not that I'm exerting, it's the technique which is happening, right? So
That's amazing. That's amazing.
so we'll have Duniya Mein has this beginning, right? Pinjire mein chal ke aa, this kind of stuff. So I wouldn't sing the whole thing. I think they should come, isn't it?
He's a teaser. He's a teaser, folks. You've got to come out on October 11th. You cannot miss this show. Now, Mahalaxmi, you've sung with Sonu Nigam, a lot of the different singers here in Bollywood industry. Tell me something. What was your best experience with? Choose one of the singers that you loved performing with.
performing on stage.
Not on stage. I'm sorry, that you love singing with. In
Recording
collaboration,
studio.
recording.
That's going
Again, it's
tough,
tough.
very tough, because the experiences are always different. When you sing with a stalwart like Suresh Wadkar or Hariharan or Sonu Nigam or Shankar Mahadevan, or you share the mic with a youngster like a Javed Ali or a Kunal or KK, it's very different because they're different singers. So what finally comes out is the magic that happens when we sing in the studios together. So it's very difficult to choose a favorite from
Favorite singer. But I know it's a little bit different with Sean and KK. Their music is slightly different from the music you're used to. Do you find that more challenging to work with them? I mean, it's the music is slightly different.
Not really. I am fortunate that I have had the opportunity to sing a lot of melodious, romantic, soft songs. At the same time, I've also had the opportunity of singing peppy, fast-paced, today's yuppie numbers. So I think I've kind of I have been able to blend quite easily with all these names.
You know, a lot of people would meet a lot of the playback singers, and it may sound like a silly question, but out of all the songs that both of you have sang, your songs, you must have one favorite
Of mine?
of yours.
Why don't you start?
Tough to pick one. I'd say Kabhi Sham Dhale. because I believe that it takes that one song for an audience to identify or start liking, loving a singer, and the journey of any artist, continues from there onwards. That one song has to kind of touch the heart, soul, the touch a chord. So I think Kabhi Sham Dhale To Mere Dil Mein Aa Jana was one such song.
That's one of your favorites.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Jolly? I know you have many.
I have a few, but I would definitely tell this song as my first song, which was given to me by Lakshmikant Pyarelal. Yeah, and I really salute his vision. That I remember after the song was done, I know the whole world accepted me with Chandni,
Yes.
right? But the credit goes because there was a beautifully sung and beautiful heroine sang with me. That was Sri Devi, right?
Of course.
And I think the whole credit goes because she sang the song was becoming more popular, right, than me singing. But I remember Lakshmikant telling me after the song, we didn't have dubbing those days, right? So we used to sing the whole song in one shot. So when I sang with the orchestra and everything done, then he comes on and says, I said, hey, it's only one take. I mean, can I have another chance? He says, Jolly, I've given you this song. Keep on singing the rest of your life, the same song. And I still remember that it's been 28 years that I sang the song. I still get a call back in my country, and I have a shout from the audience to sing this song. So that's from the film Dayawan.
Yes.
Chahe meri jaan tu le le, chahe iman tu le le. I hope they have heard it.
Well, I'm looking forward to this concert, and I think everyone is going to be very excited about it because it is a tribute to R.D. Burman. He's your mentor, your guru, and of course, it's a celebration of his 75th birth anniversary. That's right. So, folks, the date to remember once again is Saturday, October 11th at the Queens Colden Center. That's located in Flushing, New York. You've got to get your tickets early because it's only one show left here in the New York, New Jersey area. Jolly and Mahalaxmi had already performed in New Jersey on Saturday, August 9th. So for all those who missed out on the show, well, here's your chance to see the show one more time in New York, Saturday, October 11th. Be sure to call the number right on the screen to get your tickets now. Now, is there a message you would like to relay to the audience about the concert, the upcoming concert?
We would say that, R.D. Burman has been a favorite till today, from the age of 6 to 60, I would say. And his music goes on for the last 20 years that he is no more with us. You go back to the history, and for the last, say, 15, 16 years, the reality shows that are coming up, and the radios and the television shows and whatever, and the live shows which happens all over the world, I would say 75% of the songs sung in the last so many years is R.D. Burman.
Right.
Even if you check up the reality shows of ZTV and, Saregama and whatever. So if that is there, I feel the guy, R.D. Burman, has contributed hugely to the Bollywood industry. And I would request to all the fans of R.D. Burman, because R.D. Burman is not a Bengali fan, a property or a Punjabi property or an Indian. He is a property of good music lovers. I would definitely tell that if you want to really think of his contribution, everybody should come and enjoy this, and I can assure you they'll have a ball of a time.
I can assure you it'll be the talk of the town because it's going to be a great concert. What about you, Mahalaxmi?
I second whatever Dada is saying, and I'd only like to add that if the audience wants a trip down memory lane and reminisce about those good days, the brilliant melodies, and if they want to identify with that particular music and that particular piece they've heard those many years ago and they're longing to hear it all over again, this is the concert to come to and have a great time.
And she's right, folks. So you've got to get your tickets now. Spread the word to your family and friends. And of course, you know, if you have family and friends in Canada as well, let them know the concert is coming their way. Call the number on our screen if you'd like more information to find out what states this concert is coming to. If you have family and friends who live in other states or maybe Canada, we'll give you all that information. And to get your tickets for the New York concert, be sure to call that number now. Once again, that date is Saturday, October 11th at the Queens Colden Center in Flushing, New York. A tribute to R.D. Berman. Well, I do want to thank both of you for joining us today. We are looking forward to this beautiful concert. I know for a fact I'm going to enjoy every minute of it because I love all these classic tunes. And R.D. Berman, he happens to be one of my favorite music directors. And I wish you the best of luck. And we're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, October 11th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.